All right. What is the process of moving from one point to the other if I'm going to use a vehicle? Because the process can't be skipped. It can't be skipped and it can't be rushed. You should either accept to go through it or you give up on the process. But the process remains it, the process. The process of manufacturing this device, this phone, all right? Your smartphone, the one you are using to watch me from. The manufacturers can't rush it. They can't skip it if they want to get the same kind of product. Do you admire some level of results in loyalty? Do you admire certain screenshots? Do you admire certain people's stories? Do you really admire? You look at them and say, wow, I wish to be like that. I wish to get those kind of results. I wish to make that kind of money. All right. So first find out what is the process. All right. Before you say, I want that. After saying that, I need you to say, what does it take? What's the process? So can someone give me some answers? All right. Someone give me some answers. I want to travel. I'm going to use a vehicle. I have the vehicle. I have the what? The vehicle. I'm going to move from point A to point Z. What do I need to do in order for me to have a successful journey and to arrive to my destiny? Can someone give me some answers in the chat room? Come on. Someone give me some answers in the chat room. What do I have to do? What do I need to do? What is the process in the middle there? All right. It is my first time. I have a car. I have bought a car. I want to move from point A to point Z. Can someone answer me? Do I have some people on the call? Do I have some people on the call? Do I have some people on the call? Do I have some people on this call? I want to move from Masaka to Kampala or vice versa. I have a car. The car is available. You know, sometimes when I come here and I just talk to you, I just talk to you. It's because I have understood that is what is not seen controls what is seen. Success is a mindset, and mindset is for humans. A mindset is software. It's your software, your programming. We command the results from our mind. All right. You have to put fuel in the car, get ticket, go to the bus station, jump on the bus. No, dog. We are using car. I'm having the car. It's a car. I have a car. I want to use my private car. To start moving. Bogere says to start moving. Okay. You need to know how to drive. Wow. Wow. You need to know the route you have to use. Okay. Wow. You have to know how to drive, then fuel it and go. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Wow. You need to know how to drive and then fuel it and go. Wow. I like that. You have to be, you have to put fuel. All right. I guess so. Make sure the car is in good condition. Wow. 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 There you go. We have some drivers in the chat room. This is beautiful. You see what we are describing, be mentally and physically ready to drive. Yes. Wow. Wow. They don't allow someone who is drunk to drive. Make sure the car is in good condition. Be driver. All right. That means you have to learn how to be a driver. Have enough cash for fuel and journey. Wow. Wow. My goodness. This is good. So, current location. Current location. destination. So we want to move from Kampala to Masaka. You want to move. Now in the middle here, we have what we call a process. This is going to be someone who's delivering. Someone is going to be delivered today. Driving permit, respect other road users. That is now discipline. Time. Yeah, time. Look at that, time. So we have our car. We have our car. I've given you the keys. You've bought the car. This process from here up to here, you can't skip it and you can't rush it. You may maybe increase the, you can increase the efficiency. Another person can decide to use a plane. Another person can decide to use, they are different. All right. So in our business, some people, they shortcut here. If you just get in the vehicle, no skills, some answers in the chat, no skills. Out together now. You don't know anything about driving. You get in the vehicle and you start figuring out things. What will happen to you? Some answers in the chat. You are going to Masaka. You have never drove before. You don't know how to drive. What will happen? You are most likely to cause an accident. You are most likely to get stuck. You will not even move. What about if you start moving without skills, without proper skills, no permit? Ladies and gentlemen, there is a process. Everything you are mentioning here is a process. You must go to the driving school, attain the skills of driving. Attain driving what? Attain driving skills. This is step one. All right. And then they will approve you. You get the what? The certificate. I mean the permit, the driving permit. Next, fuel the vehicle. Fuel the what? Fuel the car. Fuel the vehicle. Next, be mentally prepared to drive. Mentally prepared to drive. So many things that we can mention about this. We call it process. What do you have to do in the middle there? From your current location to the final destination. Sisters, brothers, friends, business partners, this is the same business. This is the same thing with your business. There is a process for you to attain the results that you admire. The truth is, we have chosen the best vehicle. All right? We have chosen Loyal2, and the crypto space is a perfect vehicle to attain our dreams. Is a great vehicle. It may not, let me not use the word perfect. It's better because it has challenges in it that you have to overcome, that you have to deal with. It's not perfect, but it's better when you compare it with others on the market. It's better. Loyal2 offers us so much: an opportunity to make money, an opportunity to connect, an opportunity to be a blessing, an opportunity to have residual income, an opportunity to save our time, energy, and money, an opportunity. Are we together now? So you should make up your mind when you are starting out. I know you admired someone's results. I know when you saw the opportunity, someone inspired you. I know when they post the results, $1,000, someone has made it in one day. $500. You are like, wow, coach, why am I not getting that? $10,000 altogether. But like Eric Wallace says, one of my mentors, he says that the shortest shortcut to your dreams in this kind of business is a mentor. Is a mentor. A mentor reduces the time that you will waste in figuring out, trying it, erroring. He will make you save a lot of time. But after admiring this, I need you to mentally prepare yourself to pay the price. The people that you are admiring paid. I will keep repeating that before you admire the fruits, ask the seeds. Find out which seeds were planted. Which seeds were planted. Before you admire the fruits, find out which seeds were planted. For sure, if you plant the same seeds and do what the person did, water the seeds, fertilize the seeds, take care of the seeds, we should expect you to have the same type of fruits. Do you notice that majority of us, we tend to want to get the results without going through there, without planting the same seeds? You cannot get a banana after planting maize seeds. You can't harvest sweet potato if you planted yams. No, the seeds, the fruits you get matches with the seeds you plant. So if you admire a man, if you admire someone who is out, look for which kind of seeds that this person plant. Friends, in crypto business, in loyalty, in evolve our community, there is a process that is going to make your work easy, a process that is going to turn you from a weak you to a strong you, a process that has been put in place to make your life easy, to make your life very, very easy. Are we together now? We have that process. And friends, if someone follows this process, they will surely get to the final destination. We have that confidence, and I know you can do it. Now, I'm going to just quickly take you through what is our Evolve system. What is it that we are using that is helping people make money? And for sure, people who have followed this step, this process, they are showing results. They are showing results, and you are going to show results as well. When you get started in the business, the moment you join, what is it that you need to do? That for sure, it will move you from your current position to point B, to point C, to point D, to point Z. Are we ready now? Are we ready? So this is just a reminder. We have a program called the Evolve Roadmap to Success. Just the way the name is, Evolve Roadmap to Success. It means this is the route someone mentioned there that you need to know. You must know the direction, the compass. Which direction are you taking? Speed without direction is a disaster. You are wasting time. You will come back. You go as far as you can and you come back if at all you are interested to move to the final destination. If you take a wrong route, I remember one day we had gone to Masaka somewhere, we were celebrating my leader. And after the event, we started driving out of the venue and heading back to Kampala. Now, along the way, the driver and the people who were in the vehicle, we were so excited about what had happened during the day. And with excitement, we started talking. The driver is driving. It was around the 7 p.m. So it was getting dark. And we entered the route. Okay? We entered the wrong route. We took a wrong route unknowingly. And for us, we were so excited, thinking we are on the right route. We drove and drove and drove and drove and drove. I think that was like, should be somewhere like 40 kilometers. You can imagine. We drove until we reached a point. Me, I was in the vehicle. I was like, wait a minute. This route here, I don't remember some of the things I'm seeing on the road. But then I trusted the driver. I am someone who always like to trust the leadership. So I trusted the driver. I said, anyway, maybe the driver has a different route that he knows. As long as I arrived to my destination. We drove and drove until we reached a point. We passed there was a very, very, very strong roadblock. And there were a lot of soldiers. We passed that place and only to discover at the end, there was a port. We had arrived at a port. The road completed. It was the end of the road. We were at the port and this port was closed. There were no people. We just saw those soldiers and the soldiers were surprised. Us going that side. I think we survived. Those guys would have even shot us because the place was so secure. That's when we realized, hey, we are on the wrong track. We are on the wrong track. And immediately the driver turned the car around and we had to drive again back close to 40 kilometers to our previous destination. To the what? To the starting point. To reread the map. And we got back to the right track. So time wasted, energy wasted, fuel wasted. You can imagine. This is what happens when someone starts running without one direction. So friends, what is it that someone has to do in our community? ABCD of success in our group. If you know this and you put it in practice and you teach other people, trust me, life is gonna be easy for you. You won't have any difficulties. You won't find any challenges altogether. So we have basically, I should call it a syllabus, 2 programs. Okay, 2 programs that I want to introduce you to under ER2S altogether. The Evolve, we have 2 programs. The Evolve Roadmap to Success. This is for new beginners. You just activated your loyalty. You need the ER2S. This ER2S includes the following things. It includes the welcome letter. Welcome letter. This prepares you and introduces you to some of the things that you really need to get on, clear on, what you should expect and all that. Before you plug yourself into the activities, at least go through that letter. It's very important. If you haven't gone through this letter, it's a big mistake that you have made. And surely anytime I may not see you with us because you were not properly welcomed on the team with the proper information, mentally prepared, and you have, I guess right now, if you didn't go through this letter, I can literally assure you, you are having wrong expectations for your business. You have wrong expectations. What else that you are going to get? Okay, so I will tag this ER2S for beginners. Any beginner, this is for beginner. And then we have advanced. So beginner's course and advanced course. Now, when you get yourself immediately after joining, you get into the advanced program. What happens? You will have headache. You will find things complicated. You will find that those are people, when you join a class and you're like, hey, coach, I don't understand anything. I'm not picking anything. What they are saying, it's like they're not caring about me. I'm new in the business. Why? You are new and you joined an advanced class before you went through the beginner's course. At least go through the beginner's course quickly. The beginner's course can take you 2 to 3 days if you are aggressive and you are done. Then now rush quickly to the advanced course. And now when they mention certain things during the advanced sessions, you are able to connect. Of course, the advanced session also begin with simple things as you keep on taking it to the higher level. But if you have not gone through this, the beginner's course, advanced seems complicated. So here you are going to find things like the seven fundamental questions that you need to get clear on. Let me ask you a question. When you just joined Loyal Chu, or before you joined Loyal Chu, what are some of the things, for those of you who had joined, that you felt like you needed to know as quickly as possible? What are some of the things that you felt like these are very important? I need to understand how they work. Or else, let me reframe the question. How many of us, you can tell me the question is that you usually go to coaches, to your upline, asking, can someone type for me those questions if you can, please? All right? Some of the question is that, you know, you are always, you asked this one, if you remember, okay, after I just joined, there is something I wanted to know so much. Like you wanted to know it so much and so fast. You felt like if you know it so fast and so much, if you get to understand that, it would help you to accelerate your results even much more. You could get much better results. What are some of those questions? Can somebody answer me, someone in the chat? Is anybody understanding my question? I know those, you have certain questions. You were curious to know these things. Some of you even wanted to know them when you are out of the system. What are some of those things? One of them, let me give you a tip. One of them, an example. Coach, how to register on Binance. Good. How to register on Binance and Loyal Chu. That is something that many of you wanted. I wanted it. How do I register? In as much as your coach or your mentor guided you to register your own account, but you forgot those things right after you joined. So you wanted to perfect it, to get good at it. Altogether, what else? Dr. Jello says what to do to make it. I think that is so vague. How to deposit and withdraw. Are you seeing that now? Are you seeing that now? How to pick a coin. How do I pick a coin? So that I don't need to always reach out to my mentor. How do I pick a coin? You see that now? That will increase your chances of making more money because you know how to pick a coin. You don't have to wait on anyone. How to set a trade, same like picking a coin. How do I set a trade? Yeah, I think it's a bit different. Picking a coin from, identifying which coin to trade and how to set it. How do I set a trade? How do I put instructions in Loyal Chu? How do I instruct my Loyal Chu? Very powerful. Now imagine after you join, how do I make Loyal Chu work in hand with the Binance? How do I bind? I believe that's what Wilbert Agaba is trying to say. How do I do API binding? How do I connect these to Binance and Loyal Chu? Because I know some of you, you have people out there that you can coach and guide and teach. And as long as you know these simple basics, you can help someone activate their Loyal Chu account and get started in the business without even calling coach. For as long as you have mastered some of these things that people are typing here, do you realize that you won't need to have coach around? If you know how to register Loyal Chu and Binance, if you know how to set a trade, if you know how to pick a coin, if you know how to deposit and withdraw from Binance, if you know how to transfer money on your Loyal Chew and how to transfer fuel on your Loyal Chew, all right? By the way, I need to mention to talk about the announcement Loyal Chew has given for people who are here so that I don't read. Some of you haven't understood. What else? If you know how to do API binding, how many of us you agree with me? Give me a yes. If you agree that you can help someone register, bind, Loyal Chew without coach being there. How many of us, if you say, if coach, I master this, I can guide someone to make their first profit, because that's what you want to know. Can I help someone make their first profit? Or two trades, can they trade successfully? If they can trade successfully, it means you are a coach. You can coach them and then you plug them in the advanced program. How many of us will agree? If you can perfect these things, there are a few simple things. We have talked about number one. Let me write them here so that we are still together. Number one, how to register on Loyal Chew, register on Loyal Chew, and Binance. That's the first. Number two, how to pick a trade, how to bind, how, no, not to bind, let's go in order. How to deposit money on Binance, how to deposit money on Binance. You can't be 1 week in the business and you don't know this and you have to call a coach. No. That is not in order. That is not in order. How do I withdraw my profit? How to withdraw? How to withdraw profit? Do you know how to withdraw profit? And how to withdraw from Binance? This is all P2P. Out together. This is all what? P2P. Number four, how to do API. How to do API binding. API binding. How do I connect Loyal Chew to my Binance? All together. Number five. What else? How to pick a coin. Pick a coin. How to pick a coin to trade. By yourself. Number six. How to set instructions, or how to set instructions, set Loyal Chew, set a trade. How do I set a trade? All together. Number seven. What else? What else? Is there anything we are forgetting? How to get my link? How to get my link? Get your link and share it with someone. Get the invitation link and share it with someone. Can you type for me which among these seven are you good at? Have you so far perfected? Among the seven. How to deposit what? SF. What is SF? Right? This one also. How to deposit activation fee. Transferring money. How to deposit fuel fee. How to deposit? How? Deposit fuel fee, stroke or activation fee. Either way, the process is the same. How to deposit? Do you know how to deposit on loyalty? How to deposit fuel fee, stroke, and how to deposit fuel fee altogether and activation fee. Now, friends, these are 8 simple things that if you are determined about building serious business, they don't need you to be 3 days in the business. Get your notebook, get a pen. I have taken time to record tutorials for literally all of these. All of them. I have recorded the tutorials. That is a system I've put in place for the team. And these tutorials, I will keep updating them, updating them, updating them. You are also free to record your personal how to withdraw activation gain. True, very true, Collins. Number 9. See that? Withdraw. We call them rewards. How to withdraw team building rewards. Withdraw your reward what? Reward profits. Withdraw reward profits. Under reward profits, we have activation fee, we have quantifications. Okay, all these things are there, but we are so lazy. You'd rather always be calling coach every time you have a challenge. When you want to register someone, now that's when you call the coach. When you want to deposit, that's when you call the coach. But when you are free, this is the best time now to sit. Get a notebook and go through it. Okay? How to invite a friend. How to invite a friend. I think I also shared those. I shared the videos if you want to invite someone. I shared the message. So, friends, I have compiled a tutorial under Evolve Roadmap to Success. I'm explaining what is found in Evolve Roadmap to Success. That here are 2 ways. After you go through the data, the next program is the 7 fundamental questions that anyone in our team should get good at. First week in the business, you should be able to register and bind a loyalty account. Register Binance, verify Binance. You should be able to deposit and withdraw money on Binance. You should be able to pick a coin and set a trade. You should be able to get an invitation code and help someone. You should be able to deposit and withdraw. You should be able to deposit fuel fee and activation fee. By the way, on this loyalty as in a way to protect the platform from fraud and laundering. In the past, okay, this announcement is going to be effective starting tomorrow. Starting 15th. All right. The current situation right now, you can deposit money on Binance from external channels, like money coming from Binance, you deposit on loyalty. Money coming from any other source. Maybe I'm sending from my loyalty to your loyalty. Maybe someone is sending from Mexi to your loyalty. It has been happening and you could withdraw back that money. Are we together? But that thing has been promoting money laundering, I think, in the system. Some people have been taking advantage of that feature. So that flexibility of where you deposit and withdraw, it was there. Now, starting from 15th, you only deposit money on loyalty for activation fee and your fuel fee. Don't put more than that, because anything you put more, if you put in your loyalty more than the fuel fee from external sources, I'm not talking about money coming from within loyalty. So when I say from within loyalty, if you activate a new person and you get the commission, or if you receive quantification, that is coming from within, you can remove it. But money from external sources like Binance or any other exchanger, or from my loyalty to your loyalty, you get the point? You can only put $120 for activation fee and fuel fee. If you are not intending to use that money for fuel fee, don't put it in loyalty, because there will be no alternative to remove it. It will be there and you will be using it for fuel fee. So if by mistake you put $1,000 when you wanted to put $100, it means you will use $100 for fuel fee. Do you copy? Do you copy? That is the message, the notification you are seeing on your loyalty. They are protecting the system and the platform. So some of you don't pay attention to things. You will transfer from Binance to loyalty, you transfer 1,000, but you wanted to send 200. Currently, you can remove after 24 hours the 800. But starting from 15th, you will only push on the money that you want to use in loyalty. Do you copy? Give me a yes if you copy. Do you understand that announcement? So don't make those mistakes. You have to be careful when you are entering the amount from whichever source the money is coming from. If you are sending from Binance, okay, and buy down, this is it in the entire crypto space. Transactions in crypto space are irreversible. If you are transferring, they are irreversible. Do you copy? So you need to be careful when you are doing your transactions. These are not common mistakes. They have not been common in our team, but I know some people can do that. It can happen to someone. We haven't experienced such a thing in our team, but I think I had someone who transferred a lot of money, but they have been moving it. It's been available. I'm not sure if someone is still following me, if you are hearing, because everybody is not responding. I will assume that you are not understanding what I'm saying. But why don't you ask? So this is, go through that. There are videos. The links have been put in place that explains these 7, I termed them 7 fundamental questions. Even though today we have a bit expanded them, but the tutorials are there. These tutorials are between, they are between 3 to 10 minutes. Between 3 to 10 minutes. So get a notebook and go through one by one. Today, I want to perfect this thing of API binding. All right? API binding. You try it in your free time, not panicking when someone wants to help them bind. Are we together now? And this is how we are going to get more coaches and mentors on the team. I mean, today I'm not feeling very well. I was supposed to get someone here, one of you to come and coach. But all of you here, you behave like you are students, only students. Become coaches and help other people. So perfect this craft, Perfect this craft. What else? Still under the ERA 2S, it is now where you are going to get the step by step, because after this, if you are looking for, if you are just someone who want to trade, you don't want to build a team, all right? We welcome you on board. We guide you what to do, and then you can connect to the system. 8 a.m., 8 p.m. live sessions. But at least you have gotten the foundation right. Are we together? So those links, I keep sending them. I keep sending. I am always sending those sessions on the members groups. I keep resending. I keep resending. Are you seeing that now? So down here, it is now when we get to how to build a team, how to build the next part now, how to build a team or a community of over 10,000 plus people, the easiest way. 10,000 plus people. Those of us who are saying, coach, meeting building, I don't know how to talk to people. Go through that ER 2 ways. You are going to see the right steps. Go through it for the foundation. And then these other trainings will keep adding on that foundation. How to build a team. So there we get to deal with the 8 steps that you need to go through as a beginner. Are you seeing that? That is also, that's the course. So I separated these videos. Those links are already there. We have done the videos, just create time and go through them. Now, advanced. Let us go to advanced. For advanced, for advanced, here there is now technical, what is the spelling of technical? Technical, whatever, that same one. Technical analysis. Those of us who want to become experts in crypto now, you want to dive deeper in the crypto space. You want to understand, you have deeper knowledge of understanding. How do you analyze the market? You now go through technical analysis. All together. Technical analysis. I shared that course. You can analyze the market. How do you analyze the market? Left, right, center. You dive deep into understanding candlestick patterns. How do you read charts? Those stuffs. Those are advanced. So starting from those things before you go through ER 2 ways, you're gonna get confused and you will hate the business. They won't make sense. You will find the business difficult. But here, you start with the evolve roadmap to success, you start making money. Here, you start making money altogether. You start making money. As a beginner, as you grow your skills, are we together? So here in technical analysis, you get to understand different apps. How do you use trading view? How together? Diving deeper into charts. How do you analyze coins? How together? And then our 8 a.m., 8 p.m. session is, I quite deal with a number of things. We do some small fundamental analysis, sentimental analysis, altogether. There are 3 types of analysis. There is sentimental, there is fundamental, there is sentimental, and there is technical. As you hear the word technical, it is more complicated there. So you get good at it. Fundamental. Sentimental. Fundamental is basically analyzing the foundation of the different assets that you are trying to get into. You go in the market, you can look at a coin and say, okay, how do I check this Bitcoin? And then the sentimental is looking at how the market, the buyers and sellers are behaving in the market. Or the buyers in the past sessions have been a lot and all this and all that, right? Fundamental is just going in the background of the project. You check its foundation. You check, okay, these people are active. You check if I want to trade a Dogecoin, I can check its liquidity. I can check its market cap. I can check how it has been behaving in the past altogether. I hope that is making sense. Then sentimental is basically checking, how do I check the greed and fear index? What is What is the sentiment in the market? What's happening? What are people talking most about? What are people, you get the point. That is sentiment. You are studying the sentiment of the market before you get into the market. Sentimental analysis. Fundamental, it's on the foundation of the project that you intend to get into. Technical is now where you get into the depth of that particular project. Now you are able to go on the chart, you can read the candles, you can read the charts, you can draw support and resistance lines, you can put into measurements on your chart, several things, you can do a number of things on that chart. You see that now? Yes. You can know how to pick entries, perfect entries. By the way, this evening, I'm going to talk about, we are going to, I'll talk about a certain indicator. Okay. I'll be introducing indicators. I think for now, a lot of you now have understood. I have repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated the principles that you have to be on when you are trading, that you shouldn't violate, isn't it? I think we have done that. You make sure you know how to set the trade and all that. So I'm going to now, this evening, introduce MACD indicator. I'll be breaking it down, helping you understand it in a simpler and easiest way, hopefully. Okay. So it's already 9 a.m., so we shall not go beyond that. I encourage you to go through that. This session is always shared. The links are always reshared, reshared. If you are struggling anywhere, I always do this to many of you when you come in my inbox. Okay? Because sometimes you come to me. I know there are even people who just call. Someone just call you video call. They want you to just pick the phone and guide them suddenly. Suddenly. No prior communication. The person just give you video call. No, from nowhere. They didn't even say good morning, coach, good afternoon, nothing. They just give you video call and they expect you to pick and guide them what they need. And if you don't do, they feel bad. If you know that there are people who pay for that after they join Loyal Tube, someone is charged for person what? Guidance. So what I'm trying to say, I create these systems to set us free, you and me. You should be free to learn anytime you need, not only when I'm available. But also, I should be free to do other things in case you needed me at that time, because the system is available to help me as well. So the system lowers the tense between you and your coach. So if you go through this and you get stuck and you tell me, I'm always available. I think no one has done what I told them. I tell you, okay, coach, I am trying to set a trade. I have watched the video, but I am stuck somewhere. I have watched this tutorial, but I am stuck somewhere. All right, send me the screenshot, or let us make a video call and you share your screen. How many of us have done that to you? Tell me. I have done that to you. I told you what to do. I gave you an assignment. You brought something, a challenge to me, and I told you, do this assignment. You did it, and I gave you time. How many of us? Give me a yes if I've done that with you. All together. And for me, if you asked me, I learn more when I am doing it myself than when a coach is on me. When I watch a tutorial and I take notes down, then I try it, I will not forget that thing than when I'm with the coach and is the one. Because if the coach is on and is telling you what to do, you are most likely to forget everything. So why don't we stop here, friends? Why don't we stop here, friends? Let me wish you a productive Tuesday. This week, we are going to have our presentation on Thursday. Are we happy about that? We are going to have our presentation on Thursday. So let us start inviting. Bogere has asked how to invite people. Bogere, utilize the messages that I sent. There are two messages. I will resend them as well. If you were a beginner, if you were a newcomer, if you were a first timer, if you were just starting out, those two messages are magical, magical, very magical. I am telling you from experience. I have done this for 9 years, close to a decade. So just practice what I tell you and be patient with it. You are going to see magic. They are magical. So those two messages, I will share them again. I'm resharing the sessions, the YouTube channel, the links, and I will also share those two invitation messages. How do we invite people to work, to come and look at your opportunity? So Thursday, 8 p.m., I'll be doing a full live session explaining loyalty and Binance and crypto in general. Are we excited? So let us make sure we invite. Let's start preparing. Let us make that day a colorful day. Let us make the event successful and have as many people look at what we have to offer as possible. All right. So I wish you a fantastic and productive day. I wish to see you later in the day at 8 p.m. God bless you and see you later.